been hearing a lot of rhetoric on the intranets, on the intranets, on the intranets, on the Facebook, on the Google, on the Truth Socials, on the X, formerly known as Twitter, on the internets, on the AOL chat rooms. Y'all remember AOL chat rooms? Listen, if you wasn't outside, if you wasn't old enough in the 90s to get that dial up, you've got mail. If you didn't get that dial up and get on them AOL chat rooms, ooh, way before Clubhouse, way before YouTube, way before Instagram, before y'all was able to send DMs, way before y'all was able to go live on TikTok. You know what they had? AOL chat rooms. It was lit. And God forbid that you got a phone call because you only had one phone line. See, my parents made the sacrifice. We got a second phone line, so we wasn't tripping about it. But if you, God forbid that you in that heavy chat in AOL chat rooms or Yahoo chat rooms, and you get that phone call, you get home from school, you get your homework done, you get on them AOL chat rooms, and you get that phone call that disconnects your internet connection. Yeah. If you wasn't alive to get that disconnect because somebody was unfortunately trying to call to get to your mama, what a time to be alive. However, that's not what we want to go over, and that's not what we want to talk about right now. Okay? That's not what we want to talk about. That's not what we want to go over right now. The question then becomes, for some reason, everybody is thinking that Kamala Harris is some boogeyman. Who is Kamala Harris? Is she Kendrick Lamar? Is Kamala Harris Kung Fu Kenny? That's all I want to know. Did she somehow overnight become this great debater, this boogeyman? Do y'all not realize that this woman got hardly no votes? That she got washed, absolutely destroyed. I might even do a throwback Thursday where I go back and I show y'all exactly who these people are and why she got bullied. She got bullied in her debates. 100%. Did she become a great debater over the last 4 years that I'm not aware of? Honest to God, honestly, I'm trying to understand, where did all of this narrative come from? And why are all of these liberals somehow saying that somehow she became the boogeyman and she Kung Fu Kenny when it come to getting on a debate stage? She got beat the F up. She got washed in a debate. She couldn't even win a primary. She couldn't win a primary when it was fair and square. They had to give her a diversity. Do y'all not realize that they gave Kamala Harris a diversity, equity, and inclusion position in the White House in order to be able to force that fake smile? Yay. Oh, I can't believe you guys. Oh gosh, you guys are amazing. I know this woman. I met a woman like this back in middle school. And she was so fake. Not Kamala Harris, it was a woman that was similar to her that had the spirit of Kamala. There's women out here. I'm about to start another movement. That's going to be my second video for tomorrow. Let me write that part down. The spirit of Kamala. Y'all know what the spirit of Kamala is? Fake, chameleon. The spirit. All right. I got to write my thoughts down. I got so many different thoughts. More than the D. I'm going to be on This Is Risky at 12 p.m. Eastern today, just to let y'all know. I'm going to do an hour interview with my dog, Hemp. He pulled up to me on the platform or on in Houston at the meetup, and I said, we got to connect. This is a good guy. So I'm going to do This Must Be Risky this afternoon at 12. So for those of y'all that want to come and kick it with me and want to, rock out with me on that platform to see what's happening as far as the questions that Hemp got to ask me, we can get there. But it's the spirit of this woman is just so deceitful. Couldn't even win in her own primary. Anyways, Trump gave an exclusive interview to Fox News in which he spoke on a multitude of different issues, including her record, which she stands on, and whether or not, apparently, I didn't see the debate part, but that's, what the question is, apparently whether or not he would actually debate her and how somehow she became Kung Fu Kenny. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. I'm going to get to the part that actually is meaningful. I don't want to go through this whole 9 minutes.
Going to have another election. He says he's
well, they voted in very. One day Christians do not vote on. Don't have to. It will be fine. I think
after they have done all the things that we've talked about tonight.
Horrible.
All of the things.
Russia, all the things.
And dump their guy of 52 years. Just dump him to the side. So they do all that, and then they say, well, no, you can't vote for him because he's literally never going to leave office. They're actually still saying that.
Yeah.
I'm going to read that super chat shortly.
But you will leave office after 4 years.
By the way, and I did last time, I kept hearing, he's not going to leave, he's not going to leave. Look, they are the ones that are a threat to democracy. Number one, they had an incompetent man as president, okay?
Facts.
Now they have somebody who's worse. She's sort of incompetent. She's not very smart, but she's very radical. Very radical. She will try and defund the police. She's going to try and defund.
Is she more of an extremist than most Americans today still understand?
Than Bernie. They say more than Bernie. More than Bernie Sanders.
He endorsed her.
Bernie Sanders is a major lunatic, okay? She's worse than...
You know why they think that we so, you know why they got disdain for us? Because we actually like this guy because he says what he really thinking. He just say, the first thing that come to his head, man, Bernie Sanders is a mother effing lunatic. Facts. Facts. I seen a white man that was on TikTok the other day said, you know, John McCain, he shut down any kind of negative press that what anybody would say about Obama. Trump just say it straight out. He said, man, listen, Kamala Harris is more radical than Bernie Sanders. Y'all just don't know it yet. And Bernie Sanders is a mother effing lunatic. I like this guy. I honest to God, like this guy.
Bernie Sanders. Now, she's trying to come back. She got rid of the laugh. I noticed I haven't seen that crazy laugh that she got. She's crazy.
Hold on. Give me a second. He says she got rid of that crazy. Even Trump conceded. Dog, the whole world could see the fakeness. I'm a run it back. I'm going to let him say what he got to say, and I'm going to let him say what he got to say uninterrupted. But Kamala Harris is the type of woman that women invite out there, and then they start talking about her behind her back when she leaving, saying, that girl is so fake. Yo, aunties and them, that girl is so fake, and you better be careful because she going to probably try to take your man. That's the type of woman that Kamala Harris is. She the type of woman that the other women is going to be looking at it saying she fake, and she probably trying to take your man too. The spirit of Kamala is in the air.
That laugh, that's the laugh of a crazy person. But I noticed that she's not using that laugh anymore. Somebody convinced her, don't laugh, just don't laugh. Don't laugh under any circumstances because
I like laughter, but sometimes.
Not her laughter.
But she claims now she's tough. She's tough on crime. She was a tough prosecutor. Never the borders are.
She was a bad prosecutor. She was a prosecutor of black people. She put thousands and thousands of black people in jail over marijuana. But when it came to big crime, murders and everything else, she was weak.
And you know why that is? A lot of people are not aware of what happened. You know why that is? With her fake self saying that she was smoking trees. The only time that she smoked trees was when she was in college. And she was listening to Tupac and Snoop Dogg. I'm sorry. I thought that she graduated in college. Let me just double check. I want to make sure that I fact check myself. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is 59 years old, was born in 1964. She graduated and went to UC Law from 1986 to 89, in which that was where she got her law degree. She graduated from Howard in 1986. So if you graduated from Howard in 1986, how was you listening to Snoop and Tupac while smoking trees inside of your dorm room? Because Pac didn't even come into the play in what, 92? Tupac lives now, Brenda got a baby. Snoop didn't come until the Chronic. So how were you listening to Pac and Snoop? Or maybe either A, you lying, or B, you was smoking trees well after you got out of college. The same thing that you said you prosecuted a bunch of black men for, These same black men that they let out that's now going to try to convince their wives to vote for you, right? The fakest person in the world. See, they don't want to have this conversation with y'all. They don't want to break it down. They don't really want to know the truth. How do we have a whole bunch of simps that's out here saying that she's for black people when y'all don't even have no standards for what being pro-black is? I thought that y'all was just holding me accountable about the idea that being pro-black meant that you had to marry black. That's what Umar Johnson y'all said. I thought, and again, let me preface this by saying for everybody that's new, I don't rock with identity politics. I rock with people that have good character. White people have good character. White people have bad character. Black people have good character. Black people have bad character. So when we having this conversation in truth, okay, let's just have this conversation in truth. Y'all told me on panels, held me accountable, and said that in order for you to be pro-black, y'all been telling me this for 5 years, you have to marry within your race. I said, okay. Well, then, first of all, you don't have a woman that even claims to be black. And then secondly, she's mobilizing a black demographic behind the fact that she married a white man. How is she pro anything? She locked y'all up on charges, laughed at y'all when evidence was presented for y'all to even be able to get out of jail, and fought against your freedom. And I remember that I had went viral, what was that, last year, the year before, where I said that sometimes the biggest enemy of black men is not white men. It is their own women. And they got mad at me. And then they came back a year later and said, you know what? You might have been right about that. So the person that locked y'all up is the person that y'all gonna vote for president, right? Withheld as evidence that fought against you from getting free once they found out that you was wrongfully convicted because they didn't want to mess up their record. Their record is more important than your freedom. With that fake laugh. Okay. I want to hear what Trump got to say about it.
She would love to go after Trump. You know, she says, oh, Trump, 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 I did nothing wrong. They did a lot wrong, but I did nothing wrong. This was a totally manufactured deal. This was an attack on a political opponent. And she was involved in that with Biden. And so far it's backfired because people know this was an attack on a political opponent. She was a bad prosecutor in San Francisco. She led the cashless bail and all of the different things. She was the first of all of the bad prosecutors that have allowed. You know, if you look at the 25 top cities, they're basically all Democrat. The prosecutors are weak. She was she destroyed, she's a San Francisco liberal.
They're pushing for debates with you.
Yeah.
It went down in flames for them last time, but they think this is they're going to get you. So you've been kind of a little unclear about whether you're going to debate or not. Will you commit tonight to debating Kamala?
So I like debating. I've done a lot of debates, and I've won the debates. I think they say I won the election because of that. I don't mind. They were pushing for this early debate. I said, why do we want to do an early debate? It didn't make sense to me. It turned out I was right, but for the wrong reasons, right? I want to do a debate, but I also can say this. Everybody knows who I am, and now people know who she is. She's a radical left lunatic. She'll destroy our country. She wants open borders.
Then why not debate her?
Well, wait. But because they already know everything. She wants to defund our police. She wants no bail. She wants no cash. You kill somebody and we're going to release you immediately. They call it cashless. By the way, this has been a horrible thing for our country. This has been what I just said. But we know where she is. She wants high taxes.
Well, they're going to say you're afraid of debating her. That's what they're going to say.
Well, they said that with Biden, too. You know, I was afraid. I did great with Biden, and I did great in every debate. I've had a lot of debates.
But you're winning on all the issues,
But, you know, I'm leading in the polls by, I think, a lot. I don't know. I hear different numbers. But I'm leading in all of the polls. I'm leading big in all of the swing states. And I say this. The answer is yes, I'll probably end up debating. I think actually the debate should take place before the votes start being cast. You know, I had a very good second debate with Biden. I really beat him badly. The problem was 30–40% of the votes were already cast. If you're going to have a debate, you got to do it, I think, before the votes are cast. I think it's very important that you do that. So the answer is yes, but I can also make a case for not doing it. Also, I don't like rewarding fake news. I don't like rewarding the people that have been, if they're going to make tens of millions of dollars with this debate. I don't like ABC. I think it's a terrible, terrible outfit. I don't like that ABC is going to get rich. George Slopadopoulos, as I call him. I don't like it's such. I mean, these are such bad people. I don't like that ABC is going to get rich. I don't like, and I will say something that when CNN did the last one, they were very fair. Jake Tapper was very fair.
Well, maybe just you and her, you and Vice President Harris in a room together with no moderators.
I don't mind that. I don't mind anything. Look, I don't mind. We can do any form of a debate. You know, when they asked me to do the debate, they didn't think I was going to do it because they were going to offer. They offered me the two heads, the two announcers, whatever you'd call them, the referees, call them whatever you want. But I have to say, they were both very fair. It was CNN. They wanted to sit down. I said, no, I don't want to sit down. You can't sit down. They want to sit down. They offered me everything that I couldn't accept, and I accepted it. I accepted everything. And we had a debate. It was a great debate. It was actually, maybe it was a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have debated so well because if I didn't, you know, that was the end of him because from that day on.
I mean, it's the truth. It's the truth. I don't, look. Y'all don't want to give him credit where credit is due. The reality is that, and I also said that CNN did a great debate, and I said it during the time that they debated. Y'all don't want to give credit where credit is due. Trump ended Biden's career. That's crazy to think about. Trump did to Biden what Drake did to Meek Mill. He Meek Milled him. Next thing you know, y'all start saying that Meek Mill was bunny hopping and he was Michael Rubin and he's zesty and he was in the back room with Diddy. Trump ended Biden the same way that Drake went back to back on Meek Mill. He ended his career. Ended his career, put him out of commission. We don't give him enough credit for that. Beat the brakes off of that boy. But Trump, he even had regrets. He said, man, maybe, you know what? Maybe I did it a little bit too early. We should have ended him a little closer to the voting. We should have ended Biden. That's the only misstep that I think that this campaign has run. I believe that the only thing that Trump should have did differently was to wait after the Democratic National Convention and then beat the brakes off of Biden. And then beat the brakes off of that boy. That's the only thing that I would have did differently. As far as this debate with Kamala Harris, nobody is scared of Cam. Nobody is scared of the Kamala in charge. That's number 2. And then 3, I think it's going to be phenomenal because we're going to make a whole bunch of money on debate night by live streaming it and watching it live. I do think that he got a point in that I don't like the idea that all of these networks and these news networks, the ones that are against him are the ones that get to benefit financially as a result of him going through the debate. But nobody is scared of Kamala Harris. Nobody is scared of Kamala Harris, bro. At all. All right? Dude, bust Biden's head wide open to the white meat. Sent him wide open to the white. I ain't never seen a politician retire after the debates. Jesus Christ. I ain't never in my life, of all of the things that I've seen in my lifetime, I've never seen somebody get knocked out of the contest and they were the presumptive Democratic nominee and they get McMilled. Never seen that happen in my lifetime, but you know, it's always the first time for everything. Let me go.